Good evening, and welcome to WHOV TV 9, the Scripps Howard News Watch. I'm Sean Francis.
And I'm Leslie Gooden. We begin tonight with sad news.
The entire Hampton University community extends its condolences to the family of our very own David Hassan. We lost David in a terrible accident in a pool party in Holland. WHOV Megan Key has the story.
Hampton University police are still trying to piece together what exactly happened behind these doors last night. We don't have all the details, but here's what we do know. Last night, freshman David Hassan drowned at a Holland pool party. Lifeguards and paramedics attempted to revive him on the scene, but had to transport him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. David was a 17-year-old pharmacy major from Randallstown, Maryland. He was a popular and well-liked student. He was also a member of the choir and was even recognized as one of Harkness Hall's 16 Men of Excellence due to his academic commitment and efforts to community service. Hamptonians continue to mourn for David and pray for his family. It's always so sad to see someone gone so young. I'm Megan Key, reporting live from WHOV News.
Counselors are available for grief counseling at the Counseling Center located in Armstrong-Slater.
Or anyone needing help can just call 757-727-5617.
President Obama traveled to Jerusalem Wednesday in an effort to keep the peace between Israel and Palestine. Obama assured skeptical Israelis of his support as their ally and said, "I see this visit as an opportunity to reaffirm the unbreakable bonds between our nations." Although the president's ultimate goal is peace in the Middle East, the White House didn't expect any major breakthroughs with this visit. This was Obama's first trip to Israel during his presidency as well, and as his first encounter with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Songs of praises could be heard throughout Rome for the inauguration of Pope Francis I. Thousands gather in St. Peter's Square to mark a new era for the Roman Catholic Church. Dignitaries of all regions and people from all walks of life were in Rome for the historic ceremony. Vice President Joe Biden, who was a devout Catholic, was also in attendance. All this comes during one of the busiest times of the year on the Christian calendar. Less than a week away is Palm Sunday, the holiday that kicks off Holy Week, which culminates in Easter celebrations.
From the church to the bank, the Republic of Cyprus is getting a bailout. Cyprus is in desperate need of help, and the European community gave it to them, with tens of billions of euros and heavy levies. News of the financial crisis triggered global stock losses. U.S. stocks tumbled 69 points. Global markets are keeping a close watch on the Republic's financial future.
Now taking a look at stories making headlines across the nation.
Our first stop, Steubenville, Ohio,
where there is a new development tonight, and that teen rape case making headlines out of Steubenville, Ohio. 2 high school football players were convicted of this rape this week, and now the attention is focused on threatening tweets sent to the victim. Police have arrested 2 teenage girls, one 15 and another 16, who investigators say sent those tweets to the rape victim.
One says, "You ripped my family apart, you made my cousin cry, so when I see you, it's going to be a homicide." I take it seriously.
Of course. And the next?
And the next is, "I'll celebrate by beating the out of Jane Doe."
You said one of these girls has admitted?
Yes, they have. And she was crying. And again, we're dealing with kids again. But the Attorney General had just left the building. The judge was still in the building when I received messages. There's death threats already against the victim. I hope this sends a warning, and I could assure you, we've been monitoring Twitter for 24 hours and continue. If there's anybody else there crosses the line and makes a death threat, they're going to have to face the consequences.
The duo made threats ranging from assault to homicide may face up to 6 months in juvenile detention. The girls are being charged with a 3rd-degree felony and 2 misdemeanors. Social media such as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are causing many teens grief, that according to a Pew Institute study on the internet.
The research says teens are exposed to dangers including harassment, cyberbullying, and sexual advances.
It is suggested that parents monitor what their children are doing at all times in hopes to protect not only their children, but other children as well. New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg has announced his plans to ban cigarette and tobacco products from public display. Bloomberg says this is being done as an effort to reduce the number of potential smokers in the city. This proposal comes weeks after the failure of Bloomberg's soda ban. There's currently no word on when the plan is putting into action.
A training exercise in Nevada has left 7 Marines dead. The accident happened at Hawthorne Armor Depot in the western part of the state, although the deputy commander at Hawthorne said it is connected to a traffic incident at the facility. It is still unclear what caused the explosion. The Hawthorne Army Depot is used for strong ammunition and is located about 140 miles outside of Reno, Nevada. And switching gears on a brighter note, we're going to talk about our conference champion Lady Pirates. Still, unfortunately, a 15th seed, and they don't seem too happy about it.
The scriptwriter and our very own Theo Dorsey was on the scene.
I'm Brandon Theo Dorsey with the Hampton Script, and I'm here in the Student Center Ballroom where the Lady Pirates of Hampton University have just been awarded the 15th seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament.
Duke Blue Devils at 30-2.
They will have to face the 2-seeded Duke Blue Devils in the tournament, and they'll be playing in the Norfolk region. How satisfied are you with the tournament's selection team with the 15th seed?
I'm not very satisfied with it. I think we could have did a lot better. We're #1 in the country in defense. So for them to give us the 15th seed is kind of a slap in the face, but we're ready for anybody. We'll take Duke.
I'm not satisfied with that at all, but it's what we have, so we have to deal with it. You know, we got to turn our attention to Duke now. It's not like they're suddenly going to change the seeding, so we're going to turn our attention to Duke.
I'm not going to say satisfied, but, I mean, it's the seed that we got, so we're going to work with what we got. You know, we played Duke my first year, so playing in my senior year is going to be great.
Needless to say, the Lady Pirates and Coach Six were less than satisfied with earning the 15th seed. The Pirates had the most wins in school history with 28 and are riding a 19-game winning streak. But they are 0 for 4 against Duke all time. Though the Lady Pirates felt shorthanded with their seeding, they did not let the NCAA selection committee kill their Lady Pirate vibe. The 4-time defending MEAC champs signed posters for fans and students. Then they proceeded to rally the crowd with some of the many reasons why they believe they can, quote, shock the world. Right or wrong, the Lady Pirates enter the tournament as the 15th seed. They face Duke this Sunday in Durham, North Carolina in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Brandon Theo Dorsey reporting, Hampton Script.
Seems like our Lady Pirates continue to get snubbed with their seeding each and every year.
That's right, the NCAA Selection Committee does not seem to respect the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference.
And our very own Hampton University is hosting the 35th Annual Black Family Conference.
The conference will focus on income versus wealth in the African American community. There are a number of seminars and activities free to students. You can go on to Hampton University's website for more information.
And coming up, a look at what's happening on campus.
And tips on staying healthy. Stay tuned.
So, I'm sorry, what was that before?
Pull your face mask down. All right. What about the chest guard? It looks loose. Is it loose? All right, what about the shin guards? All right. Okay. Here comes the heat. Bring it in. Bring it in. Good hustle.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me back. Hey, did you tell your parents about us? Let's skip first period together. Did you get all my texts? Is practice over yet? Where are you at? Are you with your friends? That's L-A-A-A-A-M-M-E-E-E. Capital X, lowercase o, capital X, lowercase o. I love you. JK. I hate you. JK. Are you ignoring me?
We're in a huge fight right now.
Is this something I did?
I can see your lights on. I'm coming
This
over.
isn't a
What'd you
joke.
dream about?
Me?
I'm lonely. Holla back.
Holla back.
Let's try something new. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
We have a Hampton University graduate in the studio who started his own company as a one-man construction consultant and went on to be named one of Forbes magazine's top 100 contractors in the country.
He is William Parrish Jr., President and CEO of Noble Strategy, and we welcome him to our news set. Good evening and thank you for joining us. So you're also a proud author of a book, making bold moves and creating multi-million-dollar success in 500 days or less. First, how does it feel to return to your home by the sea?
Feels great. Feels great, and feels great to see you guys here. Thank you again for the opportunity, and glad to be back home.
I mean, the pleasure is all ours. I guess I got a first question for you. With the economy the way it is, what advice do you give to someone who wants to start a business but they're a little hesitant?
You have to make bold moves. That's the name of the book. You have to get past the herd mentality, and you have to become uncomfortable. You know, really to push out and do anything different, you have to get out of a comfort zone. So you definitely have to be willing to be told your idea is crazy. As a matter of fact, if folks don't tell you that, you're probably not dreaming large enough. And you have to be able to hear that and still move forward with your passion, your dream, and your perspective.
Okay, with saying that, what inspired you to share your secrets of success with the world?
Good question. I actually intend on running a $100 million operation, and I'm not there yet. I'm on my way. But what I learned is that you get valuable lessons from the journey. And although we're not there yet, we're building what will be a $100 million organization. After earning close to $2 million, which is a far cry from 100 million, we learned so much in a very short period of time, and that's why the book is Creating Multi-Million-Dollar Success in 500 Days or Less. Basically, it's 18 months, and it's the time period from the time I quit my full-time job until we grossed $1.8 million. Now, if your quest is to build a $100 million firm and you're at 1.8, you might say, what do you have to talk about? But I felt like I did have a lot to talk about because of the 27 million businesses in the United States, according to the United States Small Business Administration, only about 8% of them gross more than $1 million annually. So I learned through research and education that what we did was fairly remarkable, and I wanted to tell the story.
Wow. I guess, I mean, you kind of answered in your answer right there, but I just want to know, what is next for you? I mean, I understand you were top 100 contractors, whereas like Man of the Year, Construction Manager of the Year, but what is your next goal that you want to set to?
We want to grow. It's about growth, and doing business in a new age economy requires different things, not only different skill sets. And it's easy to hear access to capital and credit, et cetera, financing, but we're really trying to build a growth plan that's going to sustain us to that $100 million organization. We're looking at some new territories. We're looking at some new markets. Currently, we're working on the city and state market on the municipal level. We work with public agencies. But we're exploring federal contracting as well. So being part of the 8A program, which is, although we're in a recession, a lot of money is still being spent in construction. There are a lot of relief efforts, a lot of reconstruction around the country. And we want to participate in that on an at-risk basis, which is not how we started. We started as a advisory, project management, basically professional services firm. Okay. So growth is the key.
Wow. Okay. And so what can you tell our Hampton students out there who want to become an entrepreneur? What advice can you give them?
Start early. That's always good. You know, I actually formed the genesis of my firm at Hampton. I, if you will, had a side hustle. Well, it wasn't a side hustle, it was the only hustle at the time. I didn't want to work at any one of the fast food restaurants or Red Lobster like everyone else worked at the time. But I perfected communication skills, sales, negotiation, business development, I use every day. So just being comfortable to talk to people, being able to build rapport with folks, You use that in sales every day. So start early. I started here. And even if it was just selling T-shirts and throwing parties like I did, that's the seed that starts all that other great stuff. Be passionate about what you do, you know. When you're enthusiastic and passionate about what you do, it shows, but you have to be prepared also. So don't leave out preparation. Make certain that you practice and be ready for the opportunity, because the opportunity will come, and be prepared to hear folks say you can't do it. Like I said, you should get your ideas out of your head and you should tell people. And as long as they keep saying you can't do that, then you know you're on the right track.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you so much. It's always fantastic having a Hampton alum grace our set, and we definitely appreciate you coming out for us.
Thanks a lot, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lester.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. It was great.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
One of Hampton University's media stars also returns to her home by the sea to talk to Scripps students about her job at CNN, headquarters in Atlanta. Her name is Tiffany Alexander, and even though she is an editor on the digital platform, she told students about more than just the basics. Alexander graduated from Hampton University in 1997 and then worked in major newspapers in Denver and Cleveland. She got her big break with CNN in 2008, doing coverage with the historic election of President Barack Obama.
From tweets to text messages, Hampton University has been buzzing about SOP Week. Members of the Student Leadership Program, aka SOP, are known as the leaders on campus. It seems like everyone wants to join SOP, but what are you ready for? For SOP Week, the festivities kick off on March 24th and last until March 30th. The agenda consists of interest meetings, meet and greets, informative presentations. A celebrity may be there, performance, majestic showcase, karaoke, and a movie screening, bowling night, and a party. It sounds like a great time, so be sure to come out and support our student leaders. The time has come again to get ready to rep your regions and show our freshman class some support. With the show days away, students are putting in extra time at practices to ensure they make their region proud. It's looking like there's some pretty tough competition this year, Sean. So who's the best region? We're not sure yet. However, the South did take the trophy home last year and looks to defend their honor on Monday, March 25th in Ogden Hall. Doors open at 7 and the show starts at 7:30.
Rapper Lil Wayne was released from Cedars-Sinai Hospital Monday night. Wayne recently spent 6 days in the hospital, mostly in intensive care. The rapper suffered from a series of uncontrollable seizures allegedly triggered from a drug overdose. But rapper Birdman denies any accusation that Wayne's seizures were caused by the drugs. He says the seizures were caused by Wayne's work ethic. Sources tell us that Wayne is weak but is recovering well, and a medication was prescribed to him to prevent future seizures from occurring. Well, after that, we should all strive for a more healthy lifestyle. So here are some tips on staying healthy. Being physically active, maintaining a healthy weight, eating a healthy diet, keeping cholesterol under control, lowering blood pressure, and keeping blood sugar in check, and also not smoking.
After the break, we take a look at our
7-day forecast.
7-day forecast.
March Madness is here, and we have updates on your Lady Pirates when we return.
Of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton. Learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Laura says we should start worrying about drinking at these things.
You're only 12.
I know. I'm just glad you know better, sweetheart.
You're too smart for that, right, honey?
Real kids are curious about alcohol. 40% tried by the 8th grade. Talk early, talk often, get others involved.
I got no pulse, we're losing him.
Sergeant, he's in VFib.
Shock him.
Drives it real all the time. We just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear.
You're just buzzed.
Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right, this isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good. Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shock him.
Listen, I know you're upset, but it was just one date. And dating's like the stock market. There's ups and downs and ups and so always buy low.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
I think those healthy living tips were great, especially right in time for spring. And personally, I like to exercise outside.
I mean, who doesn't? You know, I like to take a little jog through the park, maybe take my shirt off for the ladies, but only if the weather's right. And, you know, I hate working out in the cold, so.
I wonder what this weather's going to look like for the rest of the weekend. I mean, I'm ready to get my healthy living started.
You know, and I think I know just the person who can answer that question for us. Stacy, what's the weather looking like?
Well, Sean, the weather is, it's up and down. We don't know where we're going. We might still see some winter weather in the mix.
Okay.
But, you know, let's take a look at our national forecast. Let's take a look at our northeastern region. New York and New England will be facing snowstorm Yuka, which could generate a possible 12 to 18 inches. There will be some rain in the mix as well. Once skies have cleared, temperatures will range anywhere from 20 to 50 degrees all the way down to Virginia. Florida may be a fun place for some of our college kids to get away and indulge in some fun in the sun. Temperatures will be at a high of 80 degrees. The rest of the southern region will be seeing some rain showers, especially in the Gulf Coast area. Taking a look up at our Midwestern region, they will be seeing some snow. What will be causing our snow? Some of our Great Lakes. How can lakes cause snow? Well, it's known as lake effect snowstorms, where cold air mixed with warm water to create winter precipitation. Bundle up, Midwest. And then moving to our western region, they are the most calm. There will be some light snow in the mountainous areas, and then moving down, the temperatures will be anywhere up to 80 degrees within dry deserts. Speaking of dry deserts and dry heat, how dry will Hampton stay for the rest of the 7-day forecast? Let's take a look. Today through Saturday will show partly cloudy skies with temperatures averaging around 50 degrees. Not too bad of weather to begin the weekend. Moving into Sunday and Monday, light showers will occur and temperatures will drop to mid-40s. The skies will turn around on Tuesday with more sun, and this weather will continue into next Thursday with temperatures averaging 50 degrees. Well, that's our 7-day forecast for the week.
Well, I mean, I kind of got a little bit of good news there. I don't know if it's taking my shirt off kind of weather, but I guess we'll see in the upcoming days. You know?
I don't know if everyone's ready to see your shirt off just quite yet.
Oh, shots fired. Okay. Well, you know what? I guess that's a good time for me to segue into sports. So, coming up after the break, we talk to you about our Lady Pirates. So, coming after the break, we have Theo with his sports report.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, the daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's been a crazy week in sports, you know, from crazy dunks, free agencies, but, you know, I'm pretty sure Theo has some interesting stuff in the sports segment for us. Theo?
Usually I don't do this, Sean, but I'm going to break you off a little sports for the day. Okay, so look. As you may have heard, our Lady Pirates sealed the 15th seed in the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. Hampton will face off with the second-ranked Duke Blue Devils in the first round of the tournament. Duke finished the regular season at number 5 in the nation with a record of 30-2. The Lady Pirates will definitely have their hands full this Sunday, but Kiera Avant and company should be more than prepared for this upset. And speaking of upset, the HU men's basketball team watched their season come to an end last week. The Pirates went 11-5 in the conference this season, enough to earn a first-round bye in the MEAC tournament, but their first game, Hampton will fall to Delaware State 63-60. Freshman guard Deron Powers did pick up MEAC Rookie of the Year's honors, but for the boys, it's another season on the outside looking into the NCAA tournament. Moving on over to the NFL, where love is in the air, at least between teams and free agents. After 6 years with Tom Brady, Wes Welker pulled the future Hall of Fame switcheroo, and he signed a 2-year deal with Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos. Another receiver is to abandon ships with Greg Jennings. He packed up and left the Green Bay Packers for, you guessed it, the Minnesota Vikings. You heard me right, he pulled a Brett Favre. Pro Bowl tackle Jake Long left his home in Miami. He'll be in St. Louis with the Rams, where he will not be blocking for Steven Jackson. Why would he be blocking for Steven Jackson, Theo? I'm going to tell you why. Because Steven Jackson moved too. Steven Jackson is a 3-time Pro Bowl running back, and he inked the 3-year, $12 million contract. That's a lot of money for y'all don't have that. I have it, but you don't. $3 million contract for the Atlanta Falcons. And finally, the Detroit Lions brought in Reggie Bush to add a new wrinkle to that Detroit offense. Now, we've got something new for you guys this week. We're going to try it out. It's called the NBA 60. I'm going to let you in on a little bit of this. We're going to jam as much NBA action in 60 seconds as possible. It's going to make your brain explode. Or maybe not. You ready? Hit it. And speaking of the NBA LeBron, why did you have to end Jason Terry's career like that? Maybe it was payback for the 2011 NBA Finals, or maybe he did not want Brandon Knight to feel lonely. Okay, enough laughs, people. I know, it's funny. They're dunking on each other. But back to the news. With 0.9 seconds left, Marc Gasol's tip-in gave the Memphis Grizzlies a 90-89 win over OKC last night. The win put Memphis third in the West over LA Clippers, and over in the East, 21 is the magic number. No, you college students, that is not the number I'm talking about. I know you're thinking about the age to get legally wasted in the United States. No, chill out. That's how many Melo had in his first game back from that knee injury. Just look at him. J.R. Smith had 22, and the Knicks pick up their 40th win of the season. The Lakers seem to be doing good without their superstar, slightly good. But that was until the big bad Phoenix Suns came to town. The Suns manhandled them. 99-76. How you feel about that, Sean?
Yo, don't talk to me about that. Keep doing your sports. Yeah,
it's okay. That's his team, y'all. That's his team. Yeah. It's okay. Y'all all right. Y'all all right. Back to the story. That is right. The Suns. The Suns who stand second to last in the NBA are the ones who took down the Lakers. And LA remains the 8th seed due to the Jazz being just downright pitiful. So that is your NBA 60 people. I don't know how I did. You can tell me, but how'd I do on time, guys?
Here's the deal. Since you talked about my Lakers, you were a little slow. I counted you at like 72 seconds.
I think we need a new sports guy.
What? I'm getting fired already?
I mean, cutbacks.
The job market is
Lord Jesus. Cutbacks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey.
Talk about a close encounter. Let's take a look at these adorable gray whales off the coast of California. There are adult whales estimated to be about 45 to 40 feet long. Huge but friendly. It looks as if they're swimming along with a sailboat. Unbelievable moments captured on video. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight.
On the behalf of the entire Scripps Howard News Watch team here at WHOV TV 9, have a good night.